Samantha, and I am, at the moment, I am a director for transformation at the university in Darwin, so Charles Darwin University. Impacted my job my job involves a lot of meetings with lots of people at the same time. So what has happened is that when we first kind of needed to do the social distancing in Darwin, we could only do up to 10 people together. But even then, the people were really scared to be in any proximity, not in close proximity, but in any proximity with one another. So for the couple of weeks, we just put everything on hold until we regrouped. And then we started doing Zoom meetings. And that kind of goes, but it's also very challenging, especially in my job. My job depends a lot on reading the room, reading the facial expressions and body language. And on Zoom, you're not quite able to do that. And also people can kind of darken their screen and disappear, so you don't know what they're doing, how they're doing. So it's really, really challenging for me. Biggest challenge really is the attitude of the people. At the best of times, people are really afraid of change, even though they may not say it, but people really, really dislike change. Add to that a global pandemic, the perceived potential shortages of everything, fear of death, all kinds of psychological issues that brings with it. It's made people, I would say, 500% more resistant to change than usual. So it's making it extremely difficult to guide people through change. Although I come at it from a human-centered design point of view, it's still really, really, my job has become 5 times as hard. Been here only 4 months now. I haven't had a sense of belonging since I came, although I build rapport quite quickly with people and I become friendly with people. But say throughout the month of April, I was extremely isolated and lonely, and I had a few weeks where I just felt physically ill because I did not have the connection with human beings. And I think because of the fear, because of everything that people were going through, people were not calling me, people that are here in Darwin, they were not connecting with me at that level, because I think everybody assumes, because of the way I am, that I'm really very strong and I don't need anything or anyone. And it's probably the image that I willingly project out to people. But I really felt the lack of connection and lack of belonging extremely harmful to myself. So that was tough. That was really tough. Learned that I am not as tough and as self-sufficient as I thought I was. I learned that I really need people, actually. So, I think for me, it's much easier to be tough and self-sufficient when I'm in Sydney because I have my sons there with me and they're enough for me. But being in a remote place, in a remote area, new place, new people, new job, new everything, new surroundings, it made me realize how much I need to open up myself to let other people in and actually ask for connection and ask for people to ask for help when I need it, which that was one of the biggest things I've learned. So my heart opened quite a bit, I think. That are really amazing that came out of this for me is first of all learning that I need to be more open to relationships, and to not romantic relationships but relationships in general, and to just be open to having people in my life and not avoid that contact. Second one was I was always a meditator, but I never had a discipline like to do it. And because of this, I just started doing a really intensive inner work, meaning the meditation and the yoga and stuff. And that has done an amazing stuff for me and for my mind, for the way I am. And I think that helped me open up myself as well much more. So two things. So the self-discipline and going into working on myself and being open to relationships. Funny, like on a practical level, I am not really seeing much change. Like I'm still doing the things that I'm doing, but the feeling is different. So I'm still doing everything that I'm doing, but I'm feeling very different about work. So I'm feeling more um, understanding that really it's not all about work, where before I would say my life is my work and this is, this, I'll never retire. But being isolated for a bit, having to reshuffle things, do them differently, do stuff online, and kind of, it just makes me realize that, well, you can do all of this without really identifying with the work. So you can see work for what it is, work. And you can still enjoy your work, and you can still have the sense of belonging with work. But you can also then say, well, this pandemic hit and everything changed. So my whole outlook on everything has changed.